What's up, everybody? This is Tyler with East Texas Yakin here, and this is our first installment of the small lake breakdowns that I'm going to do. This episode is going to be over Lake Gilmer, super underrated. My hope is that I can help new kayak anglers with this video, showing some insight on how I plan to fish it and what to expect when you go out to the lake, and also just knowing from my own experience being in a smaller kayak with just a paddle, it can get pretty rough to go long distances. So these smaller lakes are great to try. So yeah, I mean, you can get a trolling motor, you can get all the fancy setups, but you don't have to do that if you just want a recreational kayak fish. And you know, even if you get into some of these tournaments, I mean, I got sixth and was even a 12-inch fish away from being in third. And I caught two 20-inchers that day. And if I'd have caught another one in that spot I was at that I ended up moving from, I probably could have hopped up into first. So it's possible just to know where, like I said, that confidence side of it, just finding what works for you and sticking with it. And it's not one of those big Bassmaster tournaments, but it's, you know, these smaller ones are fun to do still, and give you an opportunity to win. Just kind of hoping that maybe I can give you guys some insight on what I'm doing, and maybe it helps you, maybe get you into doing this growing sport. But like I said, we're gonna break down Lake Gilmer here. So I'll go ahead and give you a little outlook map here of what I'm doing. And kind of show you where you're at if you're not from East Texas and you're looking to come down to this area. This is a good idea of where it's at. Longview, Gladewater area. Longview, it's a nice little small 1,000-acre lake. To compare that, if you know Lake Bob Sandlin is 9,000 acres. So just kind of have that comparison of what the bodies of water are. Because, you know, like I said, people that are trying to fish in a kayak out at Lake Bob Sandlin, I'm telling you, it's tough, man. I tried it a few times, wasn't for me. Not saying that I don't want to get to that point where I'm getting better about fishing those bigger lakes, but right now I'm really enjoying fishing these smaller lakes like Welsh, and finding out about Lake Gilmer right now, doing a little research on it. I'm really, really excited about it. But it's that, like I said, it's a 1,000-acre lake. Texas Parks and Wildlife has said in 2021 that they put 100 bass in there per acre. So that's 100,000 bass in there in 2021, and they're doing it every other year. So I'm pretty sure they did it in 2023. It didn't say that on the survey, but it did say that it was going to do it every other year. So they're keeping it stocked. They're trying to make it a trophy fishery. I know it's not super big, but avid kayak angler that wants to go out there, I think this is a perfect place. So like I said, I showed you that map of where it's located to how I plan to fish it. So I'm gonna record my screen here and kind of share it with you guys, but plan to drop on it at that boat ramp, work my way down that rocky area to that bridge, and I plan on probably using a swim jig and a spinnerbait. So I'm gonna flip those as I'm going. Probably won't stay in one spot very, very long. I'll just kind of figure out where they're at, what depth they're at. Use those as my searching baits going through, just to kind of cover ground to get back to that back left corner where I think I'm going to do most of the damage and probably get most of the fish that I'm looking for, especially around this time in April. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I feel like the best tip I can give you guys is get some confidence in a lure or Texas rig. So like I said, bed fishing with a swim jig and the Texas rig is probably where I'm starting to consistently just use those two. I don't have all the fancy rod holders and stuff just yet. I kind of do want to get some more rod holders, and I don't have any fancy fishing poles either. I got one Abu Garcia bait caster. That's my favorite. And if you watched my other video, I heard the story of how I lost my other Abu Garcia fishing pole, unfortunately. That's not a great story of mine that still hurts because I like that fishing pole. But anyways, and I'm fishing on a budget, man. Let's just be honest. I got the other 2 poles I got. I think one's a catfish spinning rod, and I'm fishing for bass for it. Well, hey, I've caught fish on it, so say what you want. The other rod that I have is got a bait caster on it that was given to me by Dylan Clifton. Shout out, man. He's been hooking me up. Still haven't got my GoPro from him yet, but maybe this will get him to get it to me. So that bait caster that he gave me, it's actually on a spinning rod, which makes me cringe, but it's what I got, you know? And I'm just gonna use it, and if I catch fish on it, great, you know? Eventually upgrade, but I don't really stray away from that Abu Garcia unless I'm just trying to switch up my baits and lures and stuff. What I plan to do is use that swim jig. I like the green pumpkin watermelon crawl flake. But yeah, I like that. I like that color. It's been working pretty well for me recently. Texas rig, you know, I like the versatility of a Texas rig. You can put worms, flukes, grubs, crawls, lizards, whatever you want on it, and just fish it however you want it. You'll put different weights on it. You can make it weightless. You can make a wacky rig worm. I mean, and you don't even have to take the hook off. It's boom. You put the hook, make it weighted or weightless, and then just throw whatever you want on it. And I think that's the best way to help you, you know, hey, I'm throwing this, I'm not getting any bites, let me try a different color. Or let me try a different type. Fluke, grub, crawl, you know, whatever you want to rig up on it. And I think that's why I like that so much, especially if you're starting out and you're trying to figure things out. That's probably what I would do. Get you a few trocar hooks with those weights there on it, sit on top, bullet weights. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, just to kind of start that out, just kind of get used to fishing. My best advice I can give you that I got honestly from Drew Gregory. He's the guy that won the Bassmaster Kayak Championship at 10 Killer. He just said, you know, be efficient. Learn for you in shallow water, moderate water, and deep water. And don't stray too far away from what you know and what you can do. Stay confident in what you got. He said as soon as they came out with the fact they were going to go to 10 Killer, he was like, oh, I'm going to go up that river. Because that's what I did growing up, and it's something I've been really efficient at doing, and he won the whole thing. But Guillermo Gonzalez was right on his tail there. He had the lead in day one. He's a guy from Texas. Been trying to keep up with him. He doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything, but he's due for a tournament win, I think. And I think he's got one coming up. They're gonna have one in April on top of Possum Kingdom down next weekend, I think. And so just, you know, if you're looking to get into the kayak fishing world and see what everybody's doing, I mean, they're Bassmasters covered it. They're all in it. So check that out next weekend. But yeah, stick with that advice. Figure out what works for you good in shallow water, deep water. Those are probably going to be what I'm going to work on the most. I need to work on deep water for sure. I don't have a lot of good techniques for that. So if y'all want to drop some ideas for me to try, I'd love to hear from you guys. Anyways, that's it for the Lake Gilmer breakdown. Thanks for listening, and look out for the next video. Maybe we can show you how I did. Hopefully it won't take too long for get a good video out there, Lake Gilmer, so we can move on to the next one. But anyways, everybody, just want to leave you with this. Be intentional today and stay yakking.